So this is the formula for moment of inertia for a rigid body about particular axis. Now I am taking an example. First one, moment of inertia of a circular ring. Okay. See, actually I am taking a circular ring here of mass M. What is the mass of that one? M. What is the radius of this capital R? What is the radius of that one? Capital R. Now, actually, this is a uniform distributed mass body. Mass has to distribute uniformly over this ring. I would like to get moment of inertia about this axis. That means whenever ring is rotating around it, what is its moment of inertia? What is its moment of inertia? That we are going to see here. The moment of inertia for this one, how to get it means I am taking the plane of the ring on the board like this, and it gets rotating about this particular axis. Okay, for getting this moment of inertia, what is the method I have suggested here? First, you have to take small elemental portion. So here, for this ring, the linear density value I want to get. What is the linear density mean? Mass per unit length, that is m by length of the ring is what? 2 pi r. Okay, what is that? Linear density value lambda equal to m by 2 pi r. M mean what here? Mass of this one. What is the length of this one? 2 pi r. Circumference. By that mass per unit length is the lambda. Next, I am taking small elemental portion here of mass dm. What is the mass I consider here? dm mass I have considered. Okay, now it is at what distance? Small element, the infinite sign only small part. That nothing but it is look like a particle of mass dm. Then the distance of that one, if you let it as r. What is the moment of inertia of that one? I am d I equal to, according to the method, mass of the particle into square of the distance, that is r square. Right? Now we are going to integrating it. If I have integrated this one for getting the moment of inertia for whole ring, what is integral di nothing but total moment of inertia. Actually here d and I are cancelled, so that what you are getting I, that means total moment of inertia, that should be equal to. Here which is constant, here r square is constant, but if you take outside, then what we are getting? R square into integral dm. Okay. What is integral dm? Total mass. Integral dm means total mass. So if you added this kind of all the elements, then we can get a total ring here. So the sum of mass of all the elements is nothing but what? Total mass. What is the total mass value here? Capital M. By that here, integral dm we are replacing with capital M, such that the answer what we are getting is r square into m. This is the moment of inertia of the ring. So do remember, the moment of inertia of the ring about a perpendicular axis is equal to m r square. What is the formula? M r square. Okay? Do remember it? First thing is over. First example is over. The object what I consider here is what? Circular ring. Okay? Second example, now we are going to see. In the second example, the body what I am considering is a disc. What I am taking? Circular disc. So moment of inertia of a circular disc. Okay. So a disc nothing but what? a plate, two-dimensional object it is. For this one, I would like to get the moment of inertia when it is rotating about this axis. Its mass is m and the radius is r, and it's rotating about this axis. Then, what is the moment of inertia? Do remember already I told you this is two-dimensional object. For two-dimensional object, surface charge density. This is called surface charge density denoted with the sigma. That formula is what? Mass per unit area. What is the mass per unit area? What here? Area of this one what? Pi r square. This is the equation 1. Okay, so sigma value what here? Mass per unit area. As like this one. But this is one-dimensional object. Totally this ring, whenever you take and cut off this and straighten this, you are getting a y of length 2 pi r. Then it is said to be one-dimensional object. But it is what? Two-dimensional object. Generally for two-dimensional object, we are defining surface charge density. What we will define here? Surface charge density. That's a symbol is sigma. Okay, now this is a disk. I am drawing on the plane of the board, and it is rotating about this axis, right? Plane of the perpendicular to the plane of the board, and axis is passing like this. Whenever axis is like this, the disk is rotating around it. Then what is its moment of inertia? That we want to get. For that, first of all, I am going to considering small elemental ring. I am not going to calculating total moment of inertia directly. I am going to what here? I am considering small elemental portion. This is the small elemental portion of the ring. Okay, of radius smaller and thickness is what? dr. What is the thickness of this one? dr. Okay, then what is the mass of this ring that I want to use? This is a ring of radius r and thickness is dr. Okay, so thickness is dr. So if I cut down this one and straighten that, I will get a rectangular sheet like this. What is the length of this one? 2 pi r, and breadth of this one is what? dr. Then its area is what here? 2 pi r dr. 2 pi r dr. That is the area of this one. Whenever I got the area of this one, how can I get the mass of that one? Just by multiplying with sigma. So the mass of that elemental portion is sigma into dA. What is sigma value? M by pi r square into 2 pi r into dr. 2 pi r into dr. Okay, I have obtained that this ring is rotating about this particular axis. Whenever ring is rotating about particular axis, what is the moment of inertia formula? mr square. That I am going to apply for this ring first. Okay, so for the ring, the moment of inertia is di. Why? Because the ring is very small, thin ring, that is very narrow. That kind of narrow ring, whenever we consider that moment of inertia, obviously will be small. That value is dm into r square. According to this one, what is the dm value obtained there? M pi cancel here. What's remain there? M by r square 2r dr into r square. Okay, after applying that, I would like to get total moment of inertia. This r value varies from where 0 to kappa, right? This is the total list, you know. For getting the total moment of inertia, we are going to integrating that one with the limits 0 to kappa, so that by integrating this one with the limits of 0 to kappa, we can get a total moment of inertia, that is like. Now what we shall get here? M by r square into 2 integral r square into r square r cube into dr. Totally what we get? 2m by r square into r power 4 by 4. I think you have an idea about integration. That's why I wrote it directly. Integral r cube dr being r power 4 by 4. By that what the answer? R power 4 by 4. Then r square and r square get cancelled. 2 cancel. So finally the answer is mr square by 2. Finally what is the answer? Mr square by 2. So this is the moment of inertia of the ring about its perpendicular axis. About its perpendicular axis. Okay, this is the second object. Note down that. Next, now we are going to see third example. The third example, what I am considering is a halo sphere. What is the next example? Halo sphere. So moment of inertia of halo sphere is the heading now. Let's see that derivation also. This is the heading. What is the derivation of moment of inertia C? It is a halo sphere of mass m and a radius r. If it is having a radius r and mass m, what is the sigma value for this? Why? Because it is a halo one. No material presented inside of this. Then sigma value what we have? M by 4 pi r square. That means mass per unit surface area. What is the area for the sphere? 4 pi r square. By that we get that sigma value like that. Now I want to get a moment of inertia for this one when it's rotating about this diameter. This is the diameter for the sphere. Whenever it is rotating about it, what is the moment of inertia? This is the question mark here. How to get it in? As like earlier, here also we are considering small elemental portion ring here like this. It is a ring and if you draw out by letting this center as origin, if I draw out the horizontal and vertical axis here, I am considering small elemental portion ring here with a angular position, angular width of d theta. With what angular width? D theta at an angle of theta. At what angle? Theta. If I select a ring of angular width d theta, then its length is what? R into d theta. What is the length of that one? R into d theta. Now, with this ring I am considering, with this element I am considering a ring like this. See here, this is the ring. Small elemental ring of radius here. What is the radius of this one? If it is r, it is a triangle. If it is r and opposite one what? R sin theta, right? And adjacent side is what? R cos theta. In this right angle triangle, opposite side is what? R sin theta. Adjacent side is what? R cos theta. And angular width of this one is linear width of this segment is what? R d theta. Now this ring whenever you take it, its circumference is what? 2 pi r sin theta. What is the circumference of this ring? 2 pi r sin theta. Its radius is what? Here r sin theta. Then its circumference is what? 2 pi r sin theta. By that if you cut down this one and straighten that, you are getting a rectangular element like this with the length of 2 pi r sin theta and a breadth of r d theta. With the breadth of r d theta. Now, what is the area for this element? The area for this element first I am going to find, that is dA. What is the dA value? That is 2 pi r sin theta into r d theta into sigma. That is the area. Area means only this one. 2 pi r sin theta into r d theta. Length into breadth. Afterwards, I want to get mass of that one. How do we get mass? By multiplying sigma with d. Okay, sigma means what here? Mass per unit area. But I want to get mass of this of area. How to get it? By multiplying that dA with sigma, such that we will get that as sigma means how much? M by 4 pi r square into dA value what? 2 pi r square sin theta d theta. Now 2 pi r square cancel what? You have 2 here, then m by 2 into sin theta d theta. M by 2 into sin theta d theta. That is the actually mass of this one. After applying that mass of this elemental ring, what is its moment of inertia? Let's see. This ring is rotating about its diameter like that, but this is the axis of rotation. Whenever a ring is rotating about its own axis, the moment of inertia we are writing as what? dm into radius square. What is the radius of this one? R sin theta. So r sin theta whole square. Okay, dm value already we applied. What is the dm value? M by 2 into sin theta into sin square theta, or r square is there. So m by 2 into r square into sin cube theta into d theta. Sin cube theta into d theta. Now, how can we get the total moment of inertia? By integrating this. What are the limits for theta? Theta value varies from 0 to pi. For covering total sphere, this kind of elements we have to choose from this place to this place, such that theta value varies from 0 to 180, that means 0 to pi radians. 0 to pi radians. With that limits, if we integrate it, then we can get the answer. So what is answer? Let's see that also. mr square by 2 into what is integral? 0 to pi sin cube theta d theta. Sin cube theta d theta. See here, that's the answer. So the moment of inertia value mr square by 2 into integral sin cube theta we are writing like this, sin square theta into sin theta into d theta with the limits of 0 to pi. Then mr square by 2 into integral 0 to pi 1 minus cos square theta into this value sin theta d theta value how much? See here. Normally d by d theta cos theta value what? Minus sin theta. That already you studied in the first year. Then what about d of cos theta value? That is minus sin theta into d theta. That means sin theta d theta value what? Minus d of cos theta. Minus d of cos theta. So such that mr square by 2 into minus this minus sign take out, then it is in what form here? Integral 0 to pi. If you let cos theta as some x, let cos theta as x, then what we have here? 1 minus x square into dx, right? 1 minus x square into dx. Now if integrated into what we will get? Minus mr square by 2 into integral 1 dx means x minus integral x square dx means x cube by 3. What are the limits here? 0 to pi. But x means what there? Cos theta. So that cos theta I have to put here. If I put that cos theta here, what I should get? Minus mr square by 2 into cos theta minus cos cube theta by 3 with limits of 0 to pi. With limits of 0 to pi. Now you apply the limits. So that minus mr square by 2 into cos phi minus cos 0 minus 1 by 3 into cos cube pi minus cos cube 0. This is the way of applying the limits for the integrals. First I have applied what? Upper limit minus lower limit for this cos theta, and afterwards minus. For this again I applied upper limit and lower limit there. Then what I can get here? Minus mr square by 2 into cos phi value what? Cos of 90 plus 90 minus sin 90. So that means minus 1 minus 1. Okay, and minus 1 by 3 into minus 1 whole cube means minus 1 minus 1. Okay, so totally what we are getting? Minus mr square by 2 into minus 2 plus 2 by 3. Minus 2 plus 2 by 3. That means totally what we are getting? Minus mr square by 2 into minus 6 plus 4. That means minus 4 by 3. Totally minus minus plus 2 by 3 mr square is the answer. Okay. That is the moment of inertia for this halo sphere. Okay. Please note down this. So this is the way of getting the moment of inertia for continuous distributive massive bodies. Continuous distributive massive bodies. Now let's see moment of inertia for next body. That is example 4. Next body what I am considering is a solid sphere. This body I am taking solid sphere. What is the moment of inertia for solid sphere? About its diameter. Moment of inertia of a solid sphere. It's also same method as like earlier one. Okay, how do we do this mean? Simply we are considering a solid sphere of mass m and a radius r. For this also we are considering small element of this sphere as like earlier by chosen. But for this volume of this one what? 4 by 3 by r cube. Then for this 3D body, this 3D body no? 3-dimensional. For this one we can define volume mass density. That is the density simply. That mass density we can write it as what? Mass per unit volume. We can write it as what? Mass per unit volume. What is the mass per unit volume? How much? 4 by 3 pi r cube. It is equation 1. Okay, after defined that row, I want to get the moment of inertia for small element on this sphere. What I am choosing? See, this is the small elemental ring, elemental part of the sphere. So that this I am getting here. Okay, this is the disk which was chosen with width of d theta at an angle of theta, so that its radius is what here as like earlier volume. How do we get its volume? Very simple. It is a ring of radius r sin theta. Then its area what? Pi r square. So its area into thickness. Thickness is what here? R d theta. Thickness is what? R d theta. By that the volume of this one dV equal to area into thickness. What is the area? Pi r square sin square theta into thickness is what? R into d theta. So that we are getting pi r cube sin square theta d theta. Okay, this is the volume of the disk. After applying the volume, I want to get the mass. How do I get it? Simply by multiplying with rho. Rho into dV. Rho value what? 3m by 4 pi r cube into pi r cube into sin square theta into d theta. Sin square theta into d theta. What will get? Pi r cube cancel. 3m by 4 into sin square theta d theta. Sin square theta d theta. Such that this is the dm value. After applying the mass of this base, I want to get its moment of inertia, that is di. Di value what? You know well, whenever this is rotating about its own axis, the moment of inertia formula what? mr square by 2. Accordingly, its moment of inertia dm into r square means r sin theta whole square by 2. Okay. What is dm value? 3m by 4 into sin square theta into r square into 3m by 4 into sin square theta into d theta. Sorry, into d theta into r square into sin square theta by 2. So totally what we are getting? 3 by 8 m r square sin power 4 theta d theta. This is the moment of inertia for this. Okay. Now we are going to integrating it with the limits of 0 to pi as like earlier. Then what we shall get? I equal to 3 by 8 mr square into 3 by 8 mr square into what we have here? Sin power 4 theta d theta. How much we are getting it? Sin power 4 theta into d theta. If you let sin theta as sin square theta. Sin theta equal to, if it is a t, then dt value what here? Cos theta dt. Sin square theta d theta. So 3 by 8 into mr square integral 0 to pi sin theta d sin power 4 theta d theta. Sin theta value what here? Or sin theta. Three by 8 mr square, 3 by 8 into. Okay. If you solve this one, actually by substituting the data here, if you solve this one totally, we are getting answer 2 by 5 mr square is the answer for this one. This is the way of getting the answer for this. Okay. This is the moment of inertia of solid sphere. Okay. So first of all, what we did, we take a small elemental disk. Its volume we calculated. Again we calculate its mass and its moment of inertia we have written here. What is the moment of inertia? mr square by 2. dm in what here? 3m by 4 into sin square theta dt. And if you expand this one, totally we are getting this, that is 3m by 8 into r square sin power 4 theta d theta. And if you solve this one, then we are getting the answer like this. Okay. What is that value? 2 by 5 mr square is the answer. With this one, moment of inertia of solid sphere over. Okay. That derivation also we have to do like this, as in this process. Okay. Its moment of inertia we want to get here. Actually, it is a solid cone of height h. What is the height of this one? H. And if you let this one as origin and its radius is kappa. What is the radius of this one? Kappa. Then what is the volume of this one? Pi r square h by p. Then what is the density value mass per unit volume? That is 3m by pi r square h. Like that for any body, actually whenever you have a body, immediately you have to think of about it. Whether it is a 2D body or 3D body. Actually it is 3D body. That means 3-dimensional object. For 3-dimensional objects, we are going to define volume mass density. That means mass per unit volume that I wrote here first. And thereafter, I am choosing small elemental DCF. Okay. It is a small elemental DCF. What I chosen here at a distance of y from the bottom. Then its distance is h minus y. If it is y, then its distance is what? H minus y. Okay. Now its thickness is its radius I want to know, that is smaller. There are two right angle triangles called symmetrical triangles having the sides lengths as what? One is having the radius r and side is y, and this big one having the height of total h and radius kappa. Then the radius of the small triangle, that small elemental disc I want to get. How to get it mean? Here angle is same for this small triangle and for this big triangle. By that these two triangles are called symmetrical triangles, so that the ratio of sides are equal. So r by y equal to kappa r by h. Then what is the r value? R value what here? R into y by h. This is equation 2. That is the equation. And its thickness is what here? Dy. What is the thickness of that one? Dy. After knowing the radius of that one, I want to get its volume. How do we get volume of a small element? Surface area into. What is the area of that one? Pi r square into thickness is what? Dy. What is r value? We applied that is so pi into r square into y square by h square into dy. After applying the volume of the small element, I want to get its mass. Its mass. Okay. The mass of the small element means what? Rho into dV. What is the rho value here? Already applied there. That is 3m by pi r square h into pi r square y square by h square into dy. Okay. So now water cancel, pi r square cancel. So that what we have? 3m by h cube into y square into dy. Y square into dy. Okay, after applying this mass, I want to get the moment of inertia of this. How do we get the moment of inertia? That is di. That's value dm into its radius square. That is r square by 2. What is the mass applied there? 3m by h cube into y square into dy into r square. What is the radius of this one? R value. R square y square by h square by 2. So totally what we have here? 3m by h power 5. 2 is there. h square into h cube h power 5 into what we have? Y square into y square y power 4 into dy. That is the moment of inertia for this small disk. After applying that, we are going to integrate it for getting the total moment of inertia. How to get it? See here. of inertia equal to integral 0 to capital H. Why? Because y value starting from 0 to h. So by that y value changing from 0 to h, so that the limits what I took are those. Then 3m by 2h cube 2h power 5 into y power 4 r square is there. Sorry, r square. R square is there, and y power 4d. In this one, which is constant here means 3m r square by 2h power 5 constant. Then under integration, what we have y power 4 dy. That's value y power 5 by 5. That means h power 5 by 5. Okay. Then what we are getting? This cancel. Totally we are getting what? 3 by 10 mr square. This is the answer for this solid form. Okay. This is the way of getting the moment of inertia for rigid bodies. Okay. And there are few more examples. Those we will see tomorrow. Along with that, we will discuss some problems also. Thank you so much. Today's session is completed. Tomorrow we will discuss the next topic.